Hi, I'm McEwan from Parkside Sports Physio in Engadine. As a kid, I was absolutely obsessed with sport. I did it all. Played rugby league and union, basketball, in the surf club I did nippers and then rode surf boats. Went surfing and rode my BMX absolutely everywhere. I grew up walking distance from Shark Park, and some of my earliest memories as a kid are of running home after a game, strapping my wrists and thumbs up like I was a Sharks player to emulate my heroes, and ran around in the backyard kicking the footy with my brother till after dark. Little did I know I'd make a life's work from those early beginnings. Being absolutely obsessed with sport, I remember a real turning point in my life. It was in work experience in Year 10 in 1985. I was lucky enough to get a week at St George Sports Medicine Centre where I watched pioneering sports doctors and physios doing their work on elite and everyday athletes. From the very first day, I knew this is what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. I was going to work with active people just like me and help them overcome obstacles and injuries and get back to doing the things they love. When I got back to school, I sat down with my teachers, worked out the subjects I needed to do, and then I worked my butt off to get into Sydney Uni to do physiotherapy. When I was filling out the UAC form to put courses down, I had to go and look up some other courses because I'd never even thought of doing anything else. I was going to go back and do Year 12 again. That's how much I wanted it. All my hard work paid off in Year 12, and I was offered a spot in the Bachelor of Physiotherapy at Sydney Uni. So 4 years later, I graduated from Sydney University with a super hot girlfriend who'd later become my super hot wife. And I looked to get a private practice position straight out of uni instead of going for a hospital internship. And only 3 or 4 of us went down this pathway. I was really lucky with my first job. I was working with GPS rugby teams and travelling interstate with the National League basketball team. I learned as much as I could about sports physiotherapy in that first year. And then I looked for a job closer to home. I was looking for a position that would offer support for a young graduate and also a fulfilling team environment. I didn't find that, unfortunately. I ended up on a workers' comp production line, treating 8 patients an hour, working solo across 3 different practices. There was no training or mentorship to help my career develop. So next I moved to Engadine in 1994 to a practice that fulfilled my aspirations for client care and for career development for me. I helped build the practice, expanded it, and 4 years later I would own it with my wife Megan. I continued to work with sporting teams, travelling overseas with teams like the Australian Institute of Sports Cycling and soccer teams during their golden generation. I loved working with active and sporty people here in Engadine, and after starting a family here, I decided to quit my team roles, stop travelling and concentrated on raising my family and using the skills I'd learned on elite athletes with my clients, all my clients here in Engadine. After seeing how not to run a business, I set out to run a practice where clients came first and that my team would come to work in a fun and friendly environment. I also volunteered on sports physiotherapy committees, and we worked on developing courses, and I actually lectured young physiotherapists for 20 years on these courses. I realised that as well as helping all my clients to get out of pain and get back to doing the things they love, I also love training and mentoring young physios to do what I love to do as well. And that's why Parkside Sports Physio exists. Parkside is a place where my team and I can help people recover from sports injuries in the best possible way. My vision was to provide up-to-date, world-class treatment and train a team of physios who all shared the same vision as me. I'm so happy that every day I get to work with an amazing team who all share the same values I do and use the same systems I've been continuing to develop over the last 21 years. What I really love about what we do is we help everyday athletes get back to doing sport and exercise they love, which gives their life more enjoyment and meaning. I love the feeling of competing and exercising, and I know how much it means to you to be able to overcome setbacks and get back to doing the things you love and kicking your sporting goals. Looking back at 15-year-old me, I know how my life changed during that week of work experience. It was the start of my life as a physiotherapist, helping sports-loving, active people get back and achieve their goals. I'm so lucky to still be doing what I love every day. And you know, I've been part of 15,000 people's journey back to recovery over almost 3 decades. Thank you for watching my story. I love being part of the Engadine and Sutherland Shire community. And if you ever need the help of me and my team, we'd love to be part of your story too. Thanks so much for watching. Please take the time to like this video. It'd mean the world to me and my team. If you know someone who would benefit from our help, tag them in on this video so we can meet them too. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you soon.